Welcome to the Intuitive Teacup, my friends. These tarot readings are meant to motivate, empower, and inspire you. Please keep an open heart and an open mind as you watch these general readings, as some material will resonate and some might not. Do have faith it is serving someone out there, and take away only what resonates for you. Please release the rest. Feel free to book a personal reading with me if you would like something catered specifically to your inquiries and energy. That information is down below for you. You are responsible for all actions and decisions and the vibe that you bring to this channel. This is optional advice or guidance, and of course, you will always have free will. Check the box below for my social media links, the decks I use, and more information on this channel. Let's hop into your tarot reading. Hello, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Welcome to your Little Sips Mini Love Tarot. I'm the Intuitive Teacup. Happy to have you guys here. There will be timestamps right down below for you guys to hop directly to your reading. Let's do some little love messages. Let's start off with Gemini. Hello, Gemini. How you doing, guys? Let's get 3 cards on you. We'll start off with you and 3 on your person. So where's Gemini at this week in love, this month? You're putting something down. You're letting something go. You're letting go of the idea of something. So that says you're either investing in something more real, something more tangible, something more factual based. I think for a lot of my Geminis, I don't mean to offend, but it's like you were in love with the idea of something, but it didn't come into fruition, or it didn't meet your expectations. It ended up being more of a burden than a delight, is the word I'm hearing. I think you may have held out for someone in your life or in your past or whatever, and I think I actually see you trying to manifest this back, but the energy just seems really stuck. And yeah, I think the universe ultimately is saying it has ended. So have faith that I haven't forgotten about you, but know that the thing that you're really hell-bent on trying to make it happen, the idea of it was great, but the reason the universe didn't give it to you is because the idea wasn't the truth of what this person could actually give to you. It might involve a Scorpio or a Pisces. Possibly a Cancer. It doesn't have to, maybe a Virgo. But anyway, with this ending in the Death card, yes, it's a little bit disappointing, but it does say it is the end, so it is time to release, again, the idea of what could have been, because I think what a lot of my Geminis, it's almost like you kind of got swept up in the romance of it all, or like the honeymoon stage, only it never got past that. It's like something about it couldn't have succeeded in that time, in that space that I think you wanted it to. So I know some of you are still contemplating, is it time to move on? And I mean, these are general readings on YouTube, so please trust your intuition. But if you've been struggling with this for, I would even say maybe years, that is a confirmation that the idea of it, yes, it's nice, but the idea of it is not the truth. So let's go out seeking something truthful. Let's go out and seek something that is in alignment with your heart's desires, that you can actually manifest into your life, okay? Yeah, something about the only major arcana I have is Scorpio, but I am sort of getting the idea of possibly a Pisces. A lot of you are going to be really great artists. I'm hearing the word superior. So you may be one of the superiors in your field. You may actually be an educator or a teacher or a trainer or someone who, so I'm sort of getting kind of like art teacher. Now, I mean, you can take that word and kind of mix it and blend it to be something more than just, painting or sewing or dancing or singing, artist of some kind. You're a creator. Let's say that. You create something very beautiful. You have a very unique gift to do so. In fact, something about this relationship of the past may have served as a great source of inspiration, a platform or a jumping off point from which you can utilize. I don't know if it's kind of your classic tormented artist where, you're using that pain and that loss and that kind of icky energy and that feeling and doing something very healthy and cathartic with it by throwing yourself into your art and creating something beautiful out of a devastating situation or something of the sort, right? And I mean, I can always say this too for some of you. I don't predict anything scary on my channel, but if some of you have recently lost someone in your life, it feels like you're still carrying the load of that weight, that energy, that loss, that feeling like you're never going to see that person again. You will. You'll see them in the spiritual world, probably in another lifetime too. But I always tell people, if you were open to it, just because a life or a timeline ends on here on Earth in the 3D plane, doesn't mean that you're not going to receive messages from a different realm if again you are open to that. Nothing you need to fear. It's just that can exist if you want it to. All right, so who's coming in? Someone very confident. Ooh, someone who's going to woo you and romance you. Ooh, you're starting off this very strong. So let's not neglect the fact that, yes, that was some heavy energy, but this could be, just reminding you of where you've been, where you're coming from. This is where you're headed, and this looks bomb, Gemini. You have Six of Wands, you have the Lovers, that is, in fact, your card, and the Knight of Pentacles. So someone who's offering you something very solid, very real, very tangible. That's what I was going back to. This isn't just the idea or the fantasy of what could be. This is someone who's like, I got something really good to offer you, and it's gonna feel like a win. It's gonna feel like a victory. Like I'm literally seeing you like yes, like you're really excited. I don't know if you guys went out on a date, and it honestly it feels like a scene from a rom-com where it's like you say goodnight and close the door, and then you're just like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Like it part of it is like it feels too good to be true, but that's the thing, is that it's not. This whole past thing of pie in the sky, like, oh my god, it could be so great if they could only see me, if they would only give me a chance. That didn't come into fruition, and that's not a surprise to you. You guys have already seen that's nowhere to be found right now. Could it come back around? Maybe, but I'm not going to read for that because I don't see it. So, I mean, it's going to be different for everyone. However, there's something new or new-ish or something that comes around for you that it's very real, and it's very beautiful, and it's very sexy. Look at those Lovers. Do you see that card? Look how beautiful that is. And it feels good. It's like a confidence booster. It reminds you that you are a beautiful, lovable person. So somewhere I feel like you lost sight of that by investing your energy in the wrong person. This is you coming out on top. And it comes after a period of honoring and respecting yourself and going through the proper channels and timeline of healing. That was kind of the last message I gave you. It's like, it's been a long time coming, but it's like, brace yourself. Like it's here, Gemini. There's something really good. There might be a Leo circling around you. I'm hearing the word strut. So this can go vice versa. This could be you performing for a Leo or vice versa. It's like someone's almost doing this. I'm literally seeing someone like walking in a circle very confidently. I don't know if it's probably some social event you're at with a mask 6 feet apart, right? Be safe. But something about someone's kind of doing laps because they want to check you out and look at you. And the thing is, it's you guys are exchanging smiles. It's something like you see each other and you smile, but you haven't spoken yet, but you keep making eye contact with them. I know that sounds really cheesy, but that's what I'm seeing. And it's someone who's they're cheeky. That's a good word for it. They're very cheeky. They're trying to get your attention. I actually think this person has a really good heart, though. Possibly you do have Knight of Pentacles, so potentially an Earth sign. More than anything, Knight of Pentacles says something like this person's looking for like something serious, but something still exciting, right? They're not coming in looking for marriage. They're a knight. They're not a queen or a king. So there's certainly room to grow. There's room to mature, but what they have to offer is legit. It's not like fly by night. It's not just a player. It's not someone who's just looking to like seal the deal and then they're gonna, leave without saying goodbye, that kind of thing. Leo, Earth signs. It could be another Gemini too. You may have met this person at a wedding. I'm seeing like a bridesmaid's dress. Actually, that makes me think of the movie Bridesmaids too. So I don't know if that movie is significant to you and this person in some way, or I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, the same message still stands. It's like you guys kind of see each other and no one's making the first move, but it's almost like this little game you guys are playing. There's no exchange of words. It's all like glances and winks and kind of, again, it's cheeky, but it's very fun and silly and juvenile, but it's in like a very cute, flirtatious way. It's not like this person's playing hard to get. It's not like they're being cocky, like I'm going to make you come to me. It's not that. It's just like this. It's like you guys have this established energetic connection before you have a verbal or spoken connection. It's very interesting, but I actually like it a lot. Yeah, this person brings a lot of healing to your life. This feels big. This person kind of restores your faith in, it's like almost the idea of love, of like true love or what love could be. And I know, Gemini, you're like, this sounds like a sappy romance novel, but it kind of is playing out that way. There's part of it where you're like, this seems too good to be true, but you were so willing to believe it about the person of the past and it didn't come true. So I guess the only thing I would say is like, don't be so quick to dismiss this if it feels right and it feels good. And again, you're respecting yourself and putting it out there what you want, right? Keep your standards high. It feels like this person actually meets a lot of your expectations or requirements and I hate to say it like you look at love in terms of like a task list, but do you understand what I mean? It's like, there are things you desire in a mate, their personality, their sense of humor, it's not all about like the physical superficiality, physical features, but I mean, more or less, this person's got it going on. Yeah, possibly Aries or Leo. Could be another Gemini. This is quite simply something you've manifested. You've been working on it. You've been working on yourself. You've been working on setting healthy boundaries in love, and you've gone through a stage of healing, and this person comes in, and to be honest, it does feel pretty new. Again, you meet them possibly in some sort of circumstantial social situation or across the way, or it's something about exchanging glances. It could even be at a restaurant or a bar, and I know it might not be for a while until that's a thing again, but whatever, it's here in your cards. So I mean, I would definitely, take this message and revisit it on a rainy day, because it may translate in the near future for you. This seems really good. I don't know what else to say. The Fool, it's a new start, it's a new beginning. It's going to be a wild ride, Gemini. Get ready. The Empress. This person treats you like the Empress. All right, Gemmy, that's what I got for you. Let's move on to Libra. All right, Libra. All right, what's up, Libra gang? How you guys doing? Let's talk about your love life. Let's get some powerful messages for Libra, some powerful messages about love and positivity. I feel like the last few for Libra have been tricky, so let's connect with a new group of Libras. Let's speak specifically to Libras who've done their healing work, who've done their homework, right? Who have defeated the shadow side, right? If you're going through a bit of a tough time, let's see what the light is at the end of the tunnel. Let's do one of those check-ins. I just feel energetically my Libras are like exhausted. They need to hear some useful words of motivation. Let's give them some accurate and truthful messages, things they could come to possibly expect or manifest, should they desire. All right, the Sun. Oh, lovely. There we go. So possibly a Leo. This might be a Leo you're already with, or a Leo who you're already talking to. But why is that? Okay, because you're in the middle. There's a little bit of anxiety possibly regarding a Leo, or possibly regarding a King of Cups. So maybe a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Now that can be male or female. Yeah, you seem to be monkey in the middle. It's something about you love this person, but they make decisions that you don't always agree with, but you feel trapped. Or not, I wouldn't say trapped, but you feel stuck. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place. So this might be someone you're already married to. So you're in assessment. So some of them, there's too many messages coming through, but just to give you kind of the basic thing before I, pull even more cards. You may be caught between two. You may have acted on those impulses and engaged in third-party activity. The thing is, Libra, I feel like you're the one in the middle. Excuse me, my throat is froggy. In fact, let me take a sip of water so I can actually get through your reading. The thing is, I actually feel like Libra, you're sort of being depicted to me as the woman in the Sun card here. A little bit of a temptress vibe here, Libra. I'm going to try hard not to call you Leo, but I do sort of see a blending of Leo and Libra. So maybe that's someone you're already with. The thing is, someone here is very anxious. Why? What are all these people? I feel like there's some sort of difficult truth that you need to confront, but you're afraid of how it will be received sort of by the group or by your friends or your family. You may be worried about judgment because perhaps, I think a lot of you engaged in a third-party activity, and for a moment in time, you weren't necessarily thinking about the repercussions of your actions. And ultimately, most of you, it seems like you went through with something and instantly you're having guilt and regret. So this came up in another reading. I feel like it was one of the fire signs. So ultimately, I'm here to say you made a mistake. Okay, it happens. But how are you going to fix it? And for some of you, it just means you're going to stop connection or communication with that person, and you're going to move on and practice healthier boundaries in terms of honoring yourself and also honoring other couples who are already committed to one another. Right? You slipped up, ain't no big thing. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I'm not here to judge you, right? Tarot is here to help you and get to the crux of it. So that's for some of you. Others of you, and that's the thing, for this reading in particular, it feels like you are the one who has options. The thing is, I think some of you are trying very hard to get a water sign's attention, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, maybe a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo, an Earth sign, doesn't really matter. And I think you're really trying and going to great lengths to try and get their attention, and it's just not working. And the thing is, I can already kind of tell energetically it's because they're already taken or they have eyes for someone else. Especially your Cancer, really your water sign. Cancer and Pisces are coming through the strongest. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, there's a lot of messages coming through here. So you do have 2 kings, Libra. So if you're interested in males, you will have options. Even if you don't right now, you have options coming in. Others of you may have just found out that someone that you had been harboring a lot of, I'm hearing the word repressed, but not really, feelings for, but you weren't able to advocate it or say it. Some of you actually did move forward with confessing your love, and this person actually revealed to you that they are interested in the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on your situation. Do you understand what I mean? Like this person, essentially, if it was a female confessing to a male, I love you, and blah, 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 he's interested in dudes, is sort of what I'm getting, and I don't think you knew that, and that in itself was kind of crushing. Yeah, there may be partnership, especially same-sex partnership, especially males, but it could be female same-sex partnership between earth and water here. That seems to be going very well. But someone in that situation needs to detach from a Leo or an Aries. So there might be third-party stuff going on there too. So what can I tell Libra? Yeah, I mean, the strongest message to me coming through here is that there was a misperception that this person was interested in a specific gender, and you kind of got the rug swept out from under you, like, oh, they're gay, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I think you were just shocked to learn that, and now you're like, wait a minute, what? I thought this was my person. So that's kind of the main message coming through there, or again, the third party thing. So if none of that is your message, let's try a new one for Libra. I'm not getting much more of that. I mean, if they're gay, they're gay. They're probably not going to swing and entertain something with women. I mean, is it possible? Sure, but that's not the general message coming through. So I would not hold your breath on that. Again, if you're involved in the third party, you're probably going to need to detach because someone in that is either married or very committed to their person. King of Pentacles, it's like we are grounded in the earth. And then, so give me one on this card, because I do feel like something with the Leo bodes well if the Leo is truly your person and there's no third-party involvement. And I don't think there is for most of you there. Unless, Libra, you may very strongly resonate as Leo. Something about this seems positive. There may be a Leo from your past reaching out to you. If they can muster the courage and the strength. So here's what I think. This may be a Leo who rejected you once in the past, and given some time and space, they came to realize that they let go of something really good. You guys may also be fighting. But yeah, with a little patience and balance, I think you guys will come together again, and there will be harmony there. Something with the Leo or possibly the Sagittarius can be fixed, okay? So let's go ahead and connect with a new group of Libras. I have to remember Libra. Okay. Libra. Ooh. Take those. All right. So first card out, 8 of Cups. Ironically, I'm sort of getting someone here is just exhausted from being single. They're so tired of being single. So what can I tell you guys there? Yeah. The first message here is very positive. It says, keep working on things that are in your control. So AKA your life and your money, your growth, your spirituality, your body, your health. Make sure you're setting yourself up with a solid foundation, some grounding energy in Capricorn season, because spending a lot of time devoted and dedicated to your individual journey, the wheel of fortune starts to spin, and it yields very positive results in your dating life, especially if it feels like you've been single for a long time. I'm actually hearing 8 years. So if that's been your story, there might actually be a shift in some sort of dynamic, but that shift comes because you put a lot of energy into living your best life. Establishing a really solid foundation for yourself, especially after a Tower moment. You may have had a very difficult ending with an earth sign, possibly many years ago, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and that really shook you. So this is about rebuilding from that, and I keep using this phrase, but like falling in love with your life again, finding reasons to get up out of bed and be excited just for you, that sort of thing. I see a lot of you being very reliant on your family, helping to get you through tough times, and ain't nothing wrong with that, right? That's what your soul family is for. And nothing necessarily, not romantic, of course, but even if your soul fam is like your best friends, I am not really I'm not really sensing that you have the whole like friend who becomes a lover thing. I suppose that's maybe possible, maybe with a Capricorn or a Sagittarius or a Cusper, meaning a Sag Cap Cusper. But yeah, there's something about you're about to take a leap of faith on something, but I don't think it's here yet. I think it's coming in. You may be pining after an earth sign from the past and hoping they come back to you. The thing is, I don't think they have eyes set on you right now, so it would be very wise for most of you to energetically detach from the earth sign. The thing is, you're not with this earth sign right now. So if you're currently dating one and you're curious and it seems to be going well, this isn't your message. This is about an earth sign who I feel like you broke up with or possibly divorced from many years ago. And it's saying the wheel of fortune is moving forward, not backwards. So we need to let go of the earth sign from yesteryear. That doesn't seem to be coming back around. But again, it's something about making room in your life for the next big romantic partnership if you are truly ready for it and that's what you desire. You're watching a love reading, so I assume that you're interested in this Wheel of Fortune. So in this Wheel of Fortune, I'm hearing the word it rolls in, it brings in, almost like the tides, possibly a water sign, and you did have a water king earlier too, so it might be dealing with two. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, possibly someone who might be very artistic again. You provide great inspiration to this person or vice versa. You guys are equally inspire one another. And yeah, it kind of seems like there's a chance for you guys to want to build something together. So here's a message here, though, for a lot of this keeps returning, this message of you've just been perpetually single. It feels like some of my Libras have been single forever and ever and ever. As much as you may want new partnership, and you could completely and totally deserve that, that's fine, that's normal, you will get it. But there is a message here that some of you have become super comfortable in your singlehood, even though you desire partnership, that you may be a little bit stubborn and not wanting to make necessary changes or, shift things slightly because you are so set in your ways and very routine about, well, I wake up at this time and then I go to the gym and then I have breakfast. And it's almost like, well, where do you make room for your partnership? Where does the dating aspect come in? And so if it doesn't have to do with routine schedule, I keep getting this message about, is it the right time for you though? And it's like we always want and desire love, but it's almost like I'm being asked to say, does it come from a place of boredom or because you're actually ready for it? Is there practicality in you joining dating apps and going on dates right now? Or is it like you would be running yourself ragged, almost like running on a treadmill? You get home from work and then you hit the gym and this and that, and then you have to go on the date. It's like, that doesn't seem like partnership that could last because you haven't made proper time for it. And I know that's sort of a muddled message, but that's sort of what I'm getting from that. Tell me a little bit more about this guy. Yeah, things are coming in though. Eight of Wands. Messages are coming in, possibly with a Capricorn or another Libra. Something about blueprints and architecture. That might be someone you end up dating. Someone who is woodsmith the right word? Somebody who actively, not molds and sculpts, but more or less that's what I'm trying to say, like wood sculptures and carvings. And it could even be someone who does like wood flooring. I'm seeing like pieces of wood and like big tools to like hammer and nails, yes, but it seems like a what do you even call that? Like, you know what I mean. Maybe you don't. I hope you know what I mean. Possibly an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, this person is like an architect or does construction on something, but specifically they work with wood. So an artist in their own right? It doesn't necessarily have to mean they're a painter or a poet, but they are an artist in what they do. This person does have a set schedule or a set routine. But the thing is, that's what I'm getting from you too. So maybe that's your similarity in that you both like each other, but you understand that there's a reason why this can't take off with wild abandon yet, because there's pieces of your life that you're still waiting to fall into place that will allow you, I don't know how to phrase this, it will allow you the luxury to be able to date and enjoy it. Where versus looking at it as like a chore, a routine, something you have to schedule in between meetings, like that doesn't seem like it would be enjoyable. It seems like it would be stressful. So don't be afraid to finish out a cycle of independence, knowing that at the end of whatever this project or process is, you're essentially sacrificing something that you're knee deep in now and letting go of it a little bit to make room in your life for dating. That's sort of what I see coming in here. There isn't a detachment from something that has been filling or occupying your time. There is an endpoint to it. And I do want to say, for most of you, this isn't something you really dislike. It's just like you've been busy with work, or you've been flipping houses, or I don't know what you've been doing, but it comes to an end where you can choose to continue forward, or maybe let go of some of the responsibility. Maybe you're delegating it to other coworkers or whatever this is, where you would actually have time to date and enjoy it. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is bringing in. Yeah, you have a lot of Capricorn energy here too. So the thing is, if you're dealing with a Capricorn, they are all about that work life. Well, I was going to say work-life balance. Really all about that work life. So in a way, it would be nice because you both understand that you both have a natural desire to build upon your own solid foundation and individually what you've already have going for yourselves. So this would be a relationship that actually gets off on the right foot because you're not just completely in love with each other and only each other's lives. It's like you have a life outside of this dating, and I actually think that that would be very healthy for you, so it doesn't become this thing of codependence or relying too much on your partner, or vice versa, them relying on you for everything. Yeah, Sagittarius and Capricorn are coming through here the strongest. Yeah, a lot of you, it's like your dating life has just been... it's just been barren. It's been minimal. And I know he's laughing at you. I think a lot of people will relate to that. Something is changing here. So I guess, are you ready for it? And I know your natural answer is yes, I am. Make sure you are, though, so that when this comes along, you actually have room and a place in your life to do it. Whatever project you've been putting off, Libra, whether that's a home repair or buying a new car, or, you know, fill in the blank, something that you've been thinking about for possibly a year now and you haven't quite done it. Maybe it's being faithful to your diet or exercise or whatever it is. Start it now, because it's putting your best foot forward and showing the universe that you are capable of making big changes in your own life and making big changes in terms of accepting new partnership. Yeah, the burden of being single, that's how you've been looking at it. You don't realize it, but it's actually been a huge blessing for you because it allowed you to find completion on something that was still left in the air. For a lot of you, universe was giving you the gift of healing so that you didn't rush into a relationship, again, out of this sense of, well, I don't want to be single. You learned something profound in that possibly many difficult years of finding yourself and figuring yourself out. That was a gift. Universe is like, you're welcome. You can thank me later. Because I know you guys don't see it as a gift now. It's going to make sense later because there's a chance for you to usher in just really nice partnership, and you guys you're on the same page. You meet each other halfway. There's balance and reciprocity. Again, there is kind of a thread of a storyline here about third-party stuff. So if that's something you're doing or once did, again, you can choose to do that, but you're going to keep replaying the karmic lesson over and over again. I feel like that's something that happened with your earth sign of the past, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. In fact, that person may still contact you as like booty call type stuff. And again, you can choose to engage in it, but do you want the real deal? Are you ready for it, Libra? Because I think that's what universe is trying to send you. Someone who is, who changes the game in love for you in your path. But yeah, we got to quit it with either being the extra person, the extra woman, or again, maintaining multiple relationships at once and not being faithful or honest with your person. A lot of you, it wasn't necessarily you have trust issues because of that. So I'm going to say what I always say is don't project that fear or disappointment that you felt in the past onto this new person. Assume it's a blank page. It's a clean slate, right? So you can't carry baggage left over from relationships of the past and project it onto your new person. That's ultimately your stuff that you have to gut out and deal with and get rid of. As I always say, I would give this something new the benefit of the doubt, but, make sure you are implementing the lessons you learned of the past of things you think you could have done better or acted in a different way. Absolutely bring the lessons with you, but don't bring the drama or the baggage or the resentment or the fear or the guilt, right? This is a clean chapter, and it's going to be off to a good start, but I feel like you guys are kind of on the cusp of getting to that end goal. Some of you are still kind of in the thick of it. And I keep getting a message just like you, as much as you desire partnership, you're also afraid to not be single. And I feel like for most of you, that's like this deep-seated subconscious message, again, you're not even consciously aware of. So I'm just asking you to kind of sit with that thought for a minute and ask yourself why, almost like self-sabotage, why you subconsciously might be self-sabotaging because of partnership. Is it out of fear? Is it out of, not wanting to be rejected again or something like that? You give power to your thoughts by thinking them over and over and over again. So you may as well, again, kind of flip the script and think positive. Sagittarian type vibes, abundance, happiness, joy. Everything that you need is available to you. It's just, it rests within your powers of manifestation. That's sort of what I got from you, Libra. Yeah, I mean, I like this message, but it doesn't come without a lot of like, okay, we still got to deal with this little thing that's kind of impeding on us. We still have some tricky cards, Four of Cups. You do have some great cards too, especially if the devil represents a Capricorn. I see things being good with a Capricorn, someone who wants to build with you. Again, Wheel of Fortune, the Well, a source of inspiration. Knight of Pentacles, someone who wants to offer you something solid and tangible. This could go multiple ways. I would always advise that make sure you are loving yourself first and foremost, Libra. Libra, I tried. I tried to get you one that was like on fire. My Libras are going through a time again, huh? Oh, my Libras. All right, I'll see you next week. I'll see you next Thursday for more Love Tarots, Libra. All right, let's finish off strong with Aquarius. Aquarius. I do hope that helped. Sometimes I feel like it's so like wah-wah, but ultimately I have to have faith that the messages are going out and serving someone. Oh, Libra. Is that what I'm supposed to show you? 10 of Cups? Yeah, why? Give me one more about Libra. If you desire, marriage, husband, wife, baby, this and that, it's still available to you. It may not come from the person you once thought it would. It may not look exactly the way you pictured it, but it doesn't mean it won't be happy and delightful and satisfying. You're being asked to push through some obstacles of your perception, the way you thought it was going to be versus the way it kind of is turning out to be. It's about accepting yourself for who you are and not trying to fit into the box that you thought. It's almost like, well, I want what my parents had or I want what my sister has. That's not your life, Libra. This is your life. So you may as well find the beautiful aspects of it and move towards the things that make you happy. That's where you will stumble upon the person who you're meant to be with. When you're glowing, when you're vibrant, when you're living your best life, just happy to be single. And again, Capricorn. There's a lot of Capricorn and Sagittarius energy coming in. Possibly another Libra too. High Priestess, Cancer. There might be messages from a Cancer coming in. All right, Libra, that was a bonus one. I've done 3 messages for you now, Libra. Okay, good Lord. Let's, that one seemed good. That one seemed really good. Let's connect with our Aquarius gang. What's up, Aquarius? How you doing? It's almost your birthday season. We are at the tail end of Capricorn. So let's hide that 3 of Swords because I don't want to see that. Ooh, what are you going to see? The Knight of Pentacles? Maybe. Maybe an Earth sign. All right, let's tap into that Libra energy. Ooh, something fell out again. Oh my goodness. All right, what's this about? Okay, he wants to be seen. Knight of Pentacles literally flipped over twice. 10 of Wands. Okay, so are you ending something with possibly an Earth sign? It doesn't have to be. This just seems like someone you dated. Yeah, I don't know. It felt like more burdensome, or it felt like a lot of work. I don't know if burdensome is the right word, but it just felt like you were doing it to go through the motions of a relationship, but you weren't really happy. Yeah, universe is saying hold out because there's something better. I'm by no means trying to bring your happy relationship to an end, but yeah, if you're in a relationship, doesn't matter the zodiac sign, likely Earth, but it doesn't have to be, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but no matter the sign, it's like really reassess, like, what is this adding to your life? Is it adding more complications? Do you feel like now you have to live your life by a schedule because, Tuesday is date night or, something like that? It's just like, that's how I would describe it. It's like you're going through the motions, but if you stop and think, you're like, what am I actually doing with this person? I like them, but I don't even think I like them as much as they like me. I'm getting kind of like this apathy. Yeah, universe says hold on or hold out for the right one. This may involve an Aries, or if you're not currently with an Aries, you may have one coming in. Okay, so an Aries might already be in your network of people, and they're kind of watching you, but they know you're with somebody. if this is your message, right? And so they're holding back. They're not going to come in and flirt with you and engage with you if they know you're with someone. So that's really cool. I think this is saying you can stretch this out and keep trying to find the silver lining in a relationship that you're just kind of whatever on, or you can kind of step up and have some courage and choose to put this to an end, knowing that, you know, plenty of fish in the sea. There might be someone else out there for you. I think you may be delaying someone else coming in to, romance and flirt with you by holding on to like a lackluster one. And, you know, by no means am I shitting on any zodiac signs, right? You know, this won't be everyone's message, but I think you have an Aries or possibly a Taurus that's holding out for you, but they're not going to come forward until you release the old one. Tell me more about this one. It seems like some of you might just be afraid to be single, which is not necessarily something I associate with Aquarians, but, you know, you all are complex people. So I don't like to speak in wild stereotype, but sometimes I say things and I'm like, gosh, I don't feel like I'm reading for Aquarius right now. Sometimes that can be the cross-watcher energy too, so just bear that in mind. Tell me more about this one. Yeah, this person is waiting until you're in the clear because this person will not be entertained with multiple suitors or other people. Like, they're looking for exclusivity. I would say this person swings in a more traditional manner. I don't think they're going to come in and ask you to marry them on date 2. But ultimately, and this does feel like a male, I just have to say that. So whether you're same-sex couples or not, it seems like there's someone interested in you, but they actually have a lot of self-respect and self-love. I wouldn't say they have control issues, but they know what they want. So it could be that you make a connection with this person and you quickly find out you're different and you move on. But there actually could be something very, I'm hearing the word foundational. You guys may like lay a foundation together and continue to build on it. But again, this person is waiting until you're in the clear or they're in the clear to come in and build exclusively. Not this, kind of a third party, but we're not really seeing each other anymore. But like there's an X in the scenario, like none of that. Like this is like a clean slate. This is a fresh start because your emperor will not be one of many. He will be the emperor. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. Yeah, it's the exact same message. There's a new spark with an Aries, but he's watching from afar. He's waiting to know that there's no longer 2 people, that there's just one, aka you, Aquarius. So this person finds you very attractive and very sexually attractive and very, they think you're funny or you speak very passionately about them. So I don't know if this person would have heard you speak or, maybe you just know them through work or, maybe you exchange conversations with them on occasion, but this person is not coming in with flirtation until they know you're in the clear. This person may be an athlete or a bodybuilder. They may be very jacked or very ripped. And I mean, this could be a female too. I'm just putting it out there. There is a very a masculine energy that I am sensing in terms of the person coming up in your spread, Aquarius. So it doesn't matter what gender you are, but very likely there's a male who has their eye on you. But again, they're waiting for their moment. And yeah, there's something, it could be a Scorpio or again, an Aries, like Mars energy. Like I'm a warrior, I'm an athlete. That's kind of the vibe I get from them. And they do project as kind of very, very serious. They can have very deep intellectual conversations, but on the inside, it's like they're just a teddy bear. Like they present as kind of, puffed up chest and very like uber masculine, but underneath that, they're sweet as honey. They're a cutie pie, but you would never know it until you get to know them. So don't judge a book by its cover, I think is sort of what this is saying. Wheel of Fortune. This could go in a positive direction, especially your Scorpio. Okay. There's an ending and a new beginning. Wheel of Fortune and the Death card. There could be a very positive beginning with a Scorpio. Or a Leo. Ooh, double down on the Leo. You have the Sun and Strength. So, yes, it could be a Leo. This could also just be saying this could be a very strong connection. With the Strength card, I feel like there's, how do I want to phrase this? I always stumble when I try and explain this. It's like this feeling I get from it. It's a need to release control. It's like giving yourself over to divine timing. Sort of the word submission, and I know that can have kind of like some sexual connotations. So sure, if that's your thing, cool. But more or less to me, it's like, stop trying to control every piece of the puzzle, and it's almost like trying to get the data and the statistics on everybody's character and person as they come and interact with you. It's like, okay, now it's like you're profiling people. There's a need to just kind of like let your hair down and relax and get to know someone organically. So maybe that's a message for you. Maybe that's a message for your person. Maybe that's going to make sense later. there's a surrender. That's the word that keeps coming to mind here. Surrendering to divine timing, understanding that people come and go in your life for a very important reason. And sometimes it's a reason or a season, as some of my favorite readers like to say. There is always a reason behind it. Sometimes it takes time to make sense of all that. There is a lot of same-sex partnership here. And of course it doesn't have to be, but I keep seeing that. So if you're a female interested in females, possibly something with a Leo, Sag, or Scorpio. And then for same-sex partner males, I'm definitely seeing Scorpio again, Aries, Sag again, and possibly another Aquarius. What else can I tell you? You have 4 major arcana in a row. The Wheel of Fortune ushers in a lot of blessings. It ushers in an ending, so something you will need to sacrifice and energetically release. But then that's the Death card, right? Then it brings with it sunshine and strength, so something that's going to make you happy, some source of creativity, feeling fun, or feeling like you want to go out and have a good time, something that allows you to kind of tap into your inner child and, again, kind of do things on a whim, not having to overanalyze every little thing. And more or less, it is kind of about letting go of control issues. So maybe that's been an issue for you in the past. And I mean, no shade, no judgment. It's just kind of a nice message of you feel like you can breathe again it's like, remember to have fun. And I know that seems like such a rudimentary, basic message, but somewhere that got lost in the shuffle. And again, like, this message says, yeah, I'm dating, but I'm not having any fun. So clearly that is coming up for a reason. This one is like, this person's a lot of fun. This person reminds you to, like, get in touch with your inner child, or, again, do things just to be silly, just to laugh. Might be a Sagittarius. The same message came up. In fact, interesting. This message came up in Sagittarius' reading too. There's something very memorable about this person's hair. Like their hairdo or their hairstyle. I don't know if they have flowing locks or maybe their short little buzz cut, or I don't know. There's something very memorable about this person's hair. It's very beautiful, or you like to touch it, or yeah, there's something very tactile. You like to, like, put your fingers through their hair or something. And I'll be honest, there's definitely a lot of, like, sexual chemistry with this new person. Scorpio, maybe. Doesn't really matter. So 4 of Swords keeps wanting to come up. Tell me, someone could have served in the military here, or, I don't know, fought overseas, or, yeah, something in the military. Okay, it's funny. I was going to say, I don't know if they fought or it was more like medical, and then you have the Magician, which for me as a reader very much has to do with, like, medical type stuff, mercurial energy. So yeah, this person could have been like a nurse or like a medic or something like that. And if it's not in the military, possibly overseas. I'm hearing the word refugees. Just confirmation, I guess, for some of you. For others of you, your person is an entertainer. They're like an actor. They do a lot of, like, stage work, or they may have maybe, like, film credits to their resume. Yeah, you have, with the Queen of Wands and then the Magician, you have, like, an entertainer too. So that could be you, right? You know, maybe some of those are things that make sense for you in your life, and other of those things may be projected onto your person. But this person seems like a lot of fun. They have a very worldly perspective. I think that's different. And I think that's important for you, Aquarius, right? You are arguably one of the most intelligent signs of the zodiac. So you're not going to settle to be with someone who just... It's like someone who isn't a free thinker. They're very just by the book and just like your basic bitch, male or female. You need someone who can delve deep into those intellectual conversations with you. And it's not that you have to agree on everything. If anything, I think I would argue that you enjoy kind of that debate and hearing their perspective and offering yours. I feel like that person will give that to you. Mercury says that they're a chatterbox. They love to talk. They can talk. In fact, it might drive you nuts at first, but I actually think that your love and warmth and desire for them will grow over time. But there does seem to be definitely like an initial spark and a connection that you're already excited about. So I'm not saying it's like this is someone you continually write off or push away, or you're just like, I'm not interested. It seems like you meet this person, you're like, oh, hello, who are you? That's kind of the vibe I get. Knight of Wands, they're passionate, they're fun. Aquarius, I like the new person way better. One girl's opinion, right? But yeah, reading the tarot cards, it's time to put down the one that feels like too much work, or it's just passionless. That's how I would describe it. Again, going through the motions, but for what? For whose benefit? Move towards something that gets you excited, right? It doesn't necessarily mean you want long-term partnership forever, though. Wouldn't you want to at least shoot for that? And then if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Aquarius, you do you. Thanks for joining me here today. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next Thursday for more Love Tarots. Bye, guys.